What is up, musicians and producers? In this one, we're going to be talking about audio interfaces. I'm going to share my top 5 budget recommendations. So if you need one, stick around because I've got your list.
More music, please.
Welcome back. My name is Jack. Thanks for tuning into the show. It's my goal to help creative music makers get better at making music at home. If you're new here, welcome. It's great to have you. If you've been here before, thanks for your continued support. It really does mean the world. In my opinion, an audio interface is probably the second most crucial piece of equipment in your bedroom studio setup aside from your computer. Now, if you don't have a computer yet, you're probably jumping ahead of yourself and you should check out this video where I break down and recommend some budget laptops for new producers. But if you've already got a computer and you're ready to upgrade your setup with an audio interface, this is the video for you. Now, all the interfaces in this video are currently available on Amazon.com. I did put product links in the description for each of these interfaces if you want to check them out or price match. They are Amazon affiliate links, so if you purchase through any of those links, I might earn a small kickback on qualifying purchases. It's no extra cost to you, but it does help support the channel. Now, before we get into it, if you haven't yet subscribed, please do me a huge solid and like, comment, and subscribe below. Your support really does mean the world, and I'm only here because of you, so thank you for that. All these interfaces were selected because they're under $200 and they all feature at least 2 inputs and a set of outputs. The first interface on my list is the Behringer U-Phoria UMC202 HD. And this is one of the cheaper interfaces on my list, but it is a great little USB bus powered audio interface. You can see on Amazon that a ton of people have bought it and a lot of people are happy with it. I know Behringer can sometimes get a bad rap for being cheap and not professional quality, but for what it's worth, you're really getting a decent audio interface for the price. And maybe it's just your first interface, maybe you're okay with upgrading down the line, but this has all the features of the other interfaces in the list and it will really get you started. The second interface on my list is the PreSonus Studio 24C. Now, I wasn't a fan of some of the older PreSonus stuff, but it seems like they've updated some of their products and I'm really digging this interface. It's got all the great features of these other audio interfaces. It is a bit more expensive than the Behringer, but I do think you're still getting a great interface for the price and it's under $200. One thing I love about this interface is the addition of MIDI DIN in and out ports on the back of the interface. The Behringer that we just talked about doesn't have this, but this one does, which means if you have older MIDI controllers or older keyboards or synthesizers that aren't USB equipped and still use the MIDI DIN for MIDI control, you're really gonna want this interface. My interface has this. I use it all the time with my Roland D50, and I really do recommend this if that's something that applies to you. Now, this interface is also from PreSonus, and it's the cheapest one on our list, but don't think you're not getting a great interface because it's less money. It's the PreSonus Audio Box USB, and like the PreSonus before this one also features the MIDI DIN ports, which in my opinion, these last 2 interfaces kind of cancel out the Behringer U-Phoria if MIDI DIN is important to you. And with the audio box coming in at around $100, you really can't afford not to try one out. I mean, I'd love to have a few in the studio just for backup or for travel. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, please take 2 seconds and leave a comment below. Let me know what you're using for an audio interface and let me know what kind of video you'd like to see next. I respond to every comment and I'm here because I want to make videos that help you. So please let me know. Let's get back to it. All right, now at the time of this video, this next interface is the most expensive on the list, and that's the Motu M2 USB interface. Now this one by far has the fanciest design, and you might be paying for it a little bit because the features are still gonna be pretty similar to all these other interfaces, but if you want something flashy or cool, maybe this is the one for you. I really love the digital display on the front. The metering looks really awesome, and none of my interfaces have ever looked like that, so that alone makes it pretty awesome. Now this one seems to be one of the more modernized interfaces. It does feature USB-C, and it has 2 different types of outputs on the back, so it's still only 1 pair of outputs, but it's 1/4 inch or RCA, so you kind of have an option there, which is nice. It does say on Amazon that it comes with 6 GB of free content, so if you're looking for samples or software, that might be a good option for you. But all in all, I think it's a really solid interface for the price. So if you've got a newer MacBook with USB-C ports, maybe this one's the one for you. It almost feels like they match the aesthetics to the newer MacBook, which is pretty cool. So hey, maybe this is the one for you. All right, now the last interface on my list, and probably my favorite and my personal preference if I had to go out and choose one today, and that's the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. I've had Focusrite interfaces since generation 1 for the better part of 7 years, and I couldn't say enough about them. They're great interfaces. I currently have an 18920 Gen 2, and this little Focusrite is just perfect. You throw it in your bag, it's USB bus powered, and it works great. The only downside with this interface, which is similar to the Behringer, is that there aren't any MIDI DIN outputs. I'm okay with that because I'd probably use this interface as a travel interface, and I've got my 18920 for the MIDI DIN ports. But if this is your dedicated studio interface, I might recommend looking at the middle 3 options that do have those MIDI DIN ports. Well, hopefully that sets you straight on audio interfaces. If you're you're thinking about building a whole recording studio setup, I recommend clicking this video because in that one, I talk about how you can set up an entire recording studio in your bedroom for around $300. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe below. Please, please, please hit like. It takes 2 seconds, but it literally makes a huge difference because YouTube will see that you like this video and it will push my content out to other people, which will directly affect how much my channel grows and how many more people I'm reaching. So please give me those 2 seconds and hit like. It would mean the world. Well, that's all I've got for this one. Thanks for watching. Do me a favor, stay at home, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.